Welcome back, this is Ravens, but let's discuss the new developer update from Dead by Daylight devs in April. So, they're bringing up about, they have short and midterm priorities in Dead by Daylight, the Legion update, the new endgame collapse, and a Freddy rework. So, some people are getting an infinite loading screen. This bug prevents players from loading into a game. This occurs when one player is in the match experiencing a game hang. The player's only choice is to force close the app. I've had that happen. They're working on that, and it's one of the top priorities. There's also less than 5 player games. Games starting with less than 5 players are currently a common occurrence. This is caused by unexpected issues that prevent players from loading in-game, crashes, player disconnections, infinite loading screen. Starting next mid-chapter, if this situation is detected, the players will return to the tally screen, keeping their items, add-ons, and offerings, and will be notified when the game has been canceled. We will continue to monitor the cases where the games might start with less than 5 players and keep improving the process. That's great. Matchmaking, their matchmaking thing is like way off right now. Matchmaking's been a huge issue. So they've been testing a new matchmaking algorithm for the last few months. We've noticed this. It's good and bad. They revert it. It's good. It's bad. It goes back. They're going to keep us updated. They're doing short tests to see how it performs in the next couple of weeks. They said there's no out-of-the-box solutions because it is an asymmetrical game. They changed the emblems and ranking and pips, at least for the survivors. So I'm hoping they updated their killer. We're getting dedicated servers and summer 2019 this year, obviously. This is the process will roll out over time. First on PTB and to segmented percentage of population of limit environment. They just want to test it first to see what works out. The gradual rollout will allow our team to gather data and feedback to ensure the smooth transition. The first public test should happen in the next few weeks. It's kind of cool. They're doing a Legion update because a lot of us, mid-chapter says it will include an update to Legion. This is something the community has been requesting. A lot of us have. Back in December 18. This is stay tuned. We'll release changes in a blog post next week. So we'll be looking at those forums and the Twitter this coming week coming up. This has me concerned a little bit. It says end game collapse. The upcoming mid-chapter feature a major update to the end game. The objective in these changes is to make the end game more dynamic and exciting. We'll reveal the new end game collapse in a video next week. So they're going to change how the end game works. I don't know if they're going to finally implement the hatch closure, which would be amazing. They said it didn't work out. Hopefully it will work out eventually. I don't know. Hopefully. I think it'd be funny if you had to put brand new parts inside the generators before you could repair them, or say gas. It would make the game longer, though, and from a survivor standpoint, that's pretty shitty. But some games are way too fast, and killers get gen rushed, and don't say they don't, because the new updates, that the perks and the items, gens go like, especially like, well, you're supposed to be chasing them. I'm like, well, when you first find the first survivor, and 2 gens pop, that's pretty bad. And the 3rd gen pops, or by the time you hook the person, a 4th gen pops, then you're like, okay, well, I am going to just camp the survivor. And they're like, why are you camping me? I'm like, well, this is my only hook because 4 gens just popped. There's that. The Freddy rework that's taking forever, which is taking forever. They said they have to rework the killer and they aim to improve mechanics and powers by changing and adjusting existing concepts. They wanted to change it while staying true to the license, but they realized quickly that's not something they could do with a normal rework methods. So the Freddy update will become a full gameplay overhaul, which is they haven't done never forever that I know. The rework is something more complex, they're saying, and did for any killer before. They wanted Freddy changed, but wanted to do it right and take more time than anticipated, so we're not going to get it on this mid-chapter update. Based on this knowledge, they decided to focus on global gameplay mechanics or problems that affect a larger part of the community, such as endgame collapse and infinite loading. That being said, we have made a lot of progress with the Freddy rework in the last couple of months, and we'll be able to get more details. This mid-chapter update is going to be freaking huge. It's going to change the gameplay for either better or for worse. Hoping for better. I love this game. So, fingers crossed. And we'll find all this stuff out next week. This is Ravens Below Us. I'll catch you later on the fog and in the battlefield. Don't forget to like, subscribe.